welcome to Car Wash Magazine Live. Today, we're wrapping up our month of saying thank you to our veterans. We're thankful for them all the time, but we do have more stories to tell. Staying on theme though, November 11th, Grace for Vets washed more than 430,000 cars across 5,429 car wash locations to honor our veterans, which are the highest results to date for that program. So thank you to everyone who was a part of it, and to those of you who will be part of it in the future. The program grew this year by more than 1,000 locations, and that's amazing. Speaking of thanks though, happy Thanksgiving everyone. I hope everyone is taking the opportunity to really appreciate what you have today. I know that I'm thankful for so many things, the most important of those being my wife and my kids, who put up with me and my jokes on a regular basis. But today, I wanted to also just say that I'm thankful for all of you. We say it all the time on this show, but this industry really is something special, and entirely because of the people in it. That's you. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be part of an amazing group of people at International Car Wash Association. It seems like forever ago when ICA had to make the decision to cancel the car wash show in San Antonio. And just 1 week after that announcement, this program started. Do you remember why? To be a place for positivity, to be a place to bring people in our industry together, and for sharing the amazing stories of the people in our industry. Since then, we've all seen our fair share of change, and ICA has been working hard to bring a lot of great things your way in the next few months and beyond. I'm excited to be able to share that with all of you soon. But in today's show, as you enjoy some time thinking about what you're thankful for, we've got an awesome video to share from Soapy Joes in San Diego and an interview with the U.S. military veteran Isaac Lee. Now, this is the part of the program where I'd give you all a joke. My family told me not to tell any Thanksgiving jokes, but I told them I couldn't just quit cold turkey. Remember to send me your jokes at mdewolf@carwash.org. All right, everyone, here is Soapy Joes.
Soapy Joes is more than just a car wash. We're scrappy, we're innovative, and we have the best team on the planet. We set bold targets and push ourselves to hit them. We're not afraid to try new things, and we challenge ourselves to raise the bar in everything we do. We're growing like crazy. We're going from 12 to 20 Soapy Joes operated locations by the end of 2020. Our vision is to have a Soapy Joes air freshener in every windshield in San Diego, and that means we have to have the best possible talent leading our team. We spend a lot of time recruiting, especially our leadership team, and we've handpicked a group of people who role model our values, especially leading with heart. We know that top leaders need tough challenges, and every year we set new goals and build a sales forecast for hypergrowth.
Last year, we set ourselves a goal. What we tried to do is we tried to take our site traffic and convert it so that 80% of it was membership driven. And we also wanted to make sure that our same site year-over-year membership growth and the revenue generated from that was in double digits. We achieved all three.
Our strategy is focused on three things: loving our team and our members, growing the brand, and hugging the bottom line. Yep, we use the word love in our business. In fact, we love our members so much, we married them on Valentine's Day.
Using consumer insights really is a hallmark of how our marketing department functions. We want to be taking the best of our gut knowledge of the industry, but also marrying that with primary data. We look at things like cost of acquisition, lifetime value, and churn levels to make sure that we're on point with our marketing decisions. During COVID, we were especially thoughtful in how we were approaching the communities, and we wanted to make sure that we were bringing value to our employees and our membership base. So what we did is we modified our Soapy Joes Day to bring a heartfelt thank you to our healthcare and our frontline heroes. We also followed that up with a donation to our local children's hospital, and we're really proud of these efforts.
We also work hard to show love to our military community. In San Diego, we have nearly 400,000 active duty and veteran community members, and we've chosen a great local partner to coordinate our efforts, called the Support the Enlisted Project, or STEP, which focuses on helping military families who've fallen on hard times. We're proud to say that over a quarter of our operations team are veterans.
Having a strong culture creates resiliency, positivity, and all of those positive feelings. If our team members feel that, they're going to inevitably pass that on to our customers.
With our focus on customer experience, cleanliness and following standards are important to us. Another of our core values is be proud, and making sure our team and our sites are show ready at all times is the difference between us and our competitors. We invest in the interior of our sites too, because a comfortable break room and employee bathroom with lockers and a mirror for uniform checks keeps everyone feeling good physically and mentally. But we don't just want to be the best car wash. We want to be the best place to work in San Diego.
So being a best place to work to me means that you are a company that people want to work at, and you're really creating a positive environment for everyone to come to every day.
And that's the reason why we have double-digit growth year after year, because we are constantly focused on our people.
And we're hiring. Our sites are so busy, the only way we can stay on top of the volume without negatively impacting our customer experience is to keep building car washes.
I've been here a little over 10 years, and we've managed to grow to a very good size right now.
In addition to our car washes, we have gas, convenience stores, and fast lube services in several of our sites.
And if we're able to build a model, it's as simple for them to do as any other franchise that there is out there. And that's what's going to take us from our goal to eventually being one of the 5 major brands that's across this nation.
We've got new initiatives going in business intelligence, environmental and mechanical engineering, and call center technology.
Soapy Joes has gone through an amazing evolution. We started out as a car wash company, and then we evolved into a membership company, and now we're starting to make that evolution into a technology company.
And you thought we were just a car wash.
Soapy Joes. Good, clean, fun.
We've got Isaac Lee from Soapy Joes in California. Isaac, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you very much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So you're saving everybody from my jokes. So thank you for that.
Anytime.
We're gonna have a great conversation here. I'm really looking forward to this one. Before we get too far down this path, can you just kind of share with everyone a little bit about your path to the industry and give us a little background about Soapy Joes?
Yeah, absolutely. I was a career Marine Corps officer, retired as Lieutenant Colonel a little over 3 years ago. Originally went to work as the Chief Operating Officer for another company. Did that for about a year, was having a good time. Just randomly got a call one day and said that a company would like to speak with me. So took the meeting. Turned out it was Soapy Joes. And within the first few minutes, I knew that I wanted to be part of it. You know, our owner started this a little over 2 decades ago, branded it about a decade ago, has been methodically growing it ever since. Great guy, our CEO, Lauren Zatisha. And it was just, he had a great plan and it was going, and I wanted to jump on board. And, you know, we just opened our 12th site this past month with plans for more, and things are going very well for us. We're very excited about the future.
So let's talk a little bit about that growth. 12 locations and not too much time, right? I mean, you guys are on a pretty aggressive path.
We are trying to keep up with the boss.
the demands come down from the top sometimes, right? Yeah,
absolutely. Our job is to keep up with them.
So, so tell me a little bit about kind of what's been key for you all as you've grown the operation and as you've kind of expanded from 1 to 2 to 4 to 6 to 12 now.
Well, I think at every step along the way, you run into different obstacles. I know I've heard him talk about, it got challenging when you got to 8, even harder when you got to 10. So something we started really focusing on about 18 months ago was just simplifying our processes to the max extent possible, so that we really feel like our responsibility is to put our teams in a position to succeed. And one of the things we can do operationally to do that is just to make it as simple as we can for them, make it efficient. The analogy I use is, instead of having a big elaborate game plan for a football game, we just want to be perfect at running, say, 3 to 5 plays and go win just running those perfectly. So we've done a lot of things with our processes, even our morning routine. We've made that extremely efficient. And I was fortunate that I was actually able to give our team an example. I took our district managers and our operations director over to Marine Corps Air Station Miramar and let them watch a live squadron do a morning maintenance brief. Like, how do you get 200 Marines focused in the right direction to go fix a bunch of aircraft? And they do that brief in about 15 minutes. So after our people were able to see that, I was able to turn around and go, hey, we should be able to do this. If they can do it 15, we can do it in 5. And so how do we get all of the pertinent information there to set our teams up for success right out of the gate, first thing in the morning, and then go execute? So everything we do, we're trying to think of it that way. Just keep it really simple, keep it very efficient, very direct, keep the main thing, and then let our teams do what they do, because they do a great job of it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that approach because it's really easy to, especially in this industry. We're really good at making a process, and we want to make it really solid and really, really in depth. And so we'll start making these really complicated processes that start to actually get in our way, right?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
tell me real quick. I want to know. I want to know how you avoid, like you'd say mission creep a little bit, right? How do you avoid that kind of process creep?
To be honest with you, I would say I'm the person on our executive team that is firmly in that camp, to the point where my peers make fun of me quite a bit. Like, I'm the one that's always in the corner saying too wordy, too much, too long, make it shorter, give it to me in one word. And you can't go as extreme as I would like to go. Of course, we come to some balance there, but I literally feel like it's my responsibility on behalf of our teams to do that. So I'm constantly trying to make it simple, make it less, make it easier, give it to me. We need to be able to explain this in a sentence that they understand and can execute off of.
Yeah, it's got to be straightforward. It's got to be straightforward and got to resonate, and it's got to be done quickly, right?
Absolutely.
The the other piece of that is the people, right? I mean, you have to have the right people on the bus to be able to kind of work that way. Tell me a little bit about your all's approach to people in general.
Absolutely. By far and away the most important thing. And my favorite thing about the industry is that this seems to be really a theme across the industry, which is great. But, people are the most important thing to us, basic philosophy. And, one of our primary values is leading with heart. And what that really means is we want to genuinely care about our team, everybody on the team, make sure that they feel that, because when they feel it, they'll in turn pass it on to our members, our customers, so it gets passed on to everybody, and then it boils all the way out to the community if you do that appropriately. So we really focus on recruiting people that can function that way and spend a lot of time training our leaders and managers to lead that way so that it resonates throughout the entire organization.
What are some of the ways that you're doing a good job, right? I mean, you recruit the people in, you get them going. How do you know that it's working, or that they're feeling the vibe that you're trying to put out, right?
I would actually say our best example so far is what happened in the wake of the pandemic starting. We give leadership classes as part of our training to our managers, and I'm personally lead those. And one of the ones that we hit last year was how adversity is a great team builder, and that if you handle it appropriately, it will actually make your team better and stronger. And it's a good thing. It's not something that you should be afraid of. So when the pandemic hit, we were able to anchor back to that, sit down as a team and say, hey, we talked about this and how valuable this can be. And this is actually a good thing for us if we handle it appropriately. It was really just a quick refresher on what we discussed before. And then we just let our leaders go lead, and they all did it exactly the way you would want them to do it. They were calm, they were cool, they embraced the challenge, and their teams, fed off of them so that everybody was calm. Everyone was cool. Everyone was thinking. We were acting appropriately. And that was probably the most rewarding thing I've seen from our company throughout the entire time I've been here, is just how well everyone has handled that and worked through it to this point. It's been amazing.
Yeah, there's no clearer example, right? I mean, it's almost like you should just take a break, right? Step back and say, man, we did it. We got it. We got it figured out.
It's gone eerily smooth, yes. But I tell them thank you every day for how they've handled it. Like, they did it perfectly. But I really think that has a lot to do with the fact that we talked about it ahead of time. We trained to it ahead of time. We had lengthy conversations. And we'd already really worked to establish a good trust and respect with our teams, which is also a big part of the people thing. And we push our leaders in that way too, that trust and respect is important, but you have to earn it. There's no having a title or a position doesn't grant you anything other than courtesy. You have to go earn that trust and respect from the people you're responsible for. And we'd already established that as well. So the team was very bought in. So as we, adjusted procedures, brought procedures back, we already had established that trust, that caring environment. Our leaders were leading in the exact way we wanted to. We were able to capitalize on the adversity. And at this point, I feel like it might be one of the best things that's ever happened to us, like working through this.
That's such a positive story, and such a good thing for people to hear right now, because a lot of folks are still trying to struggle through some of this stuff, and being able to know that, hey, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, you are going to come out the other side, and it can be a real opportunity for you.
It really can. I couldn't be more proud of our teams, especially those in the field, and how they've handled and done this. I mean, we even opened a brand new site at the 1st of May, right in the middle of all of it, and that went very smooth as well. So, at this point, we feel like no matter what happens, we're going to be okay. We're going to find a way to navigate it.
Well, and a big part of that, right, for you all is giving people a path in your company that shows them that a job at the car wash is more than a job. It can be a career. And I know you guys have this manager and training program. Can you just share a little bit of the details around that?
Absolutely. So, I mean, that program predates me, but we're constantly tweaking it and adding to it. And it has all the standard stuff that I'm sure every other company has in their manager and training program. There's a technical aspect on how does the equipment work. There's classes on human resources and the things you're supposed to do. But to me, the part I'm most passionate about, I'm totally biased, is the leadership classes and discussions that we do as part of that, to ensure that we're really focusing on those soft skills and how we want to lead and how we want to treat our people and how we can get the most out of our people and develop them for whatever they're going to do in the future, whether that's for us or moving on to somebody else. We want everyone that's been a part of our team at someday when they leave here to look back and say, that was awesome being part of that organization. I grew a lot. I learned a lot. So we really push our leaders to create that environment. And I put the responsibility on myself, being in charge of the predominant number of people in the company, that I have to provide that environment for our leaders. They in turn do it for all of our employees. It really starts in that MIT program training is key to that.
So you guys talk a lot about leading with heart, right?
Absolutely.
Tell me what that means.
So it really means to us creating an environment of true trust and respect and caring for the people that you're responsible for. And I know that with my personal background, people don't expect me to say things like that. The standard assumption is I'm going to be yelling and kicking over desks or something, which could be further from how I actually function. But it really is impressing upon all of our leaders that, hey, at the end of the day, it's about, getting on what you might call Maslow's level 3, right? Where that emotional well-being of your employees. And if you're affecting that in a positive way, then you really have something there. And once you establish that, everything else has a funny way of working itself out. But you have to be very intentional about it. You have to work at it every day. You have to practice it every day. And in doing so, you create that environment of trust, respect, caring. Everyone feels bought in. It creates a great feeling of team and really kind of a familial feeling for everybody as being part of the organization.
I love the succinctness of that message, which I'm sensing a little bit of a trend for you. There's that things you want them succinct, right? Like
full disclosure,
lead with heart, simplify process. Yeah.
Everyone makes fun of me all the time for being so succinct.
That's okay, because that brings me to the next thing. That's another one of these pieces for you all. That's kind of a guiding principle is build community. Again, it's not a long phrase. It's build community. Talk a little bit about how Soapy Joes does that. I love this story. I think people really need to hear it. Absolutely.
We put a significant amount of effort into building a community and being part of the community that we're in. And we try to do that in a very intentional way. So a good example I'll give is we actually did a survey of our members to find out, like, hey, what issues are important to you? One of the things they came back with was that hunger was an issue that was important to them. We took that and participated in a Feeding San Diego drive-in concert at Petco Park a month ago. We created a Soapy Gives 100 to 100 members promotion where we literally went out and bought a ton of gift cards, and every day we selected members that would win, $100 worth of gift cards to local restaurants and for gas. So we were addressing hunger. We were, pushing them to other businesses here in the local community. And then plugging into the military community here in San Diego is also very important to us. San Diego County has a population just over 3 million, but it also has the largest military population in the country. So we got 100,000 active duty between Navy and Marine Corps, 300,000 veterans, and then all their family members. You're growing up to about 1 million people. So literally a third of the local population has a direct tie to the military. So it's important to us that we stay tied to that as well. And so, we've done outreach, we've done promotions, we do a big Veterans Day promotion in partnership with a local charity that's in our opinion, the best military nonprofit in San Diego, where we give free washes to veterans and make a huge deal out of it, raise money for them. And we also obviously love to recruit and hire veterans for our team. I mean, at this point, over a third of our operations managers are actually former military. Almost all of them are Navy, Marine Corps, and veterans, and they tend to do a great job with us. They're great employees.
The thing I love most about what you just said is that you all took the time to really understand your community. You didn't just go out and say, well, I think, there's veterans, so let's do a lot of veteran stuff. You knew that. Obviously you have the background to know that and the research there in front of you, but you took that extra step of actively listening and reaching out to the folks in the community and saying, hey, like, what are you seeing? Like, what's on your mind? And then one more step, instead of just listening, you did something about it. You took action.
Absolutely. And we even tried to do that this year. Every year we do a big promotion. The third Thursday in April is Soapy Joes Day. That's like an actual proclamation from the mayor. And typically it's just a big party, and we anyone who shows up, we'll give them a free car wash. This year, because of the pandemic, we wanted to be more intentional about that as well. So we adjusted it and just made it free car washes for healthcare workers and first responders starting on that day. But then we ran it for 3 weeks until Nurses Day, knowing how busy that those people were, so that they had time to come take advantage of it. In conjunction with that, we made a sizable donation to one of the local hospitals for COVID relief efforts. Ended up washing about 8,000 cars. But that's another example. And we have a great team of people here that's very thoughtful and spends a lot of time on this. Our marketing department and our vice president there, Ann Mahler, is incredible, and her team's incredible. So they spend a ton of time making sure that we're doing this the right way, being very intentional. We all collaborate. We talk to our members. We talk to the community. It's really important to us to be part of it in a way that means something.
Isaac, so much great information in that. I'm gonna give folks a look at your new location here in a minute, but I'm gonna ask you to hang with me there so that we can ask and answer any questions that might come up during that time. Here is the new Soapy Joes location in Fallbrook, California. Sitting on a really nice lot here. Here we're seeing some of the tasteful interior treatments that help really set the tone for the employees here, with a nice break room area, as well as a really nicely done training space for employees that emphasizes Soapy Joe's commitment to their people. This all carries through the consumer-facing side of the facility as well, as it really feels like a place you want to spend time. Here we've got a nice shot of the entry to the tunnel. The signage work here is really going to pop. And I love the attention to detail here as they showcase customer-centric messages like showroom shine and clean car feeling. I love that approach to speaking directly with your customers in language they understand. All right, so that was a quick look, like a super quick look, and I'm really eager to get the rest of it. So we're going to share a full version of that tour at a later date. But one of the things that really stands out to me, just even from the photography that you all shared, Isaac, is that that focus on the people comes through even in what you do at your facilities. So super excited to see the rest of it. Tell me, what are you most excited about with that new location?
I think I would say the thing we're most excited about is just being in yet another community. Fallbrook is a tad north of San Diego. We weren't located there before, so it's one more community that we can become a part of and be a positive thing for everybody there. Be a part of everything that's going on. Our team members that are up there have embraced that fully, and our membership base is quickly growing. It's a very good situation.
So how long have you guys been open at that location now?
We opened that location on May 1st.
May 1st, okay.
In the middle of everything else happening.
So any plans for more during any more pandemics?
Actually, yes. Yeah. We're a few weeks out from number 13. So
okay, nice.
We're continuing to push forward. Everything's good.
That's super exciting. Hey, before I let you off the hook today, I do have one more question for you. This is an easy one. What keeps you coming back to car wash every day? What gives you hope?
Honestly, the thing that motivates me, and I hope it motivates the rest of our team, is just the people. I feel an innate sense of responsibility that I work for them. My job is to push them in a position to succeed, and I take that seriously, and I really enjoy it. So I'm available 7 days a week. I work quite a bit, I would say my wife gives me a bit of a hard time sometimes. Like, do you really still need to be doing this? And I'm, yes, support it. I have to be available, but it's good. And they keep me going. Great group of people. It's a pleasure to serve them and to work for them. And that's really it. I mean, as long as I have that, I'm happy.
Well, that's you're in the right place for it, right? I mean, this industry will keep you fulfilled. That's for sure.
Yeah, great people around. Everyone I've met, it's just outstanding. Not only in our organization, but peers I've met from other companies. It's been a very great experience.
So I lied. I do have one more question because you opened the door for it. So at the top of this program, we talked about the Executive Management Institute. We did the first one last year. You went.
Yep.
What was that like?
Awesome experience. Can't say enough good things about the University of Notre Dame. The program itself was great. Professors were great, but really my biggest takeaway, like the greatest value for me was just meeting all the other operators there, establishing those relationships, and then trading ideas, not only throughout the week, but just about everybody that was in that class. I've reached back out to and communicated with over the course of the last year about something. And in some cases, that's just hey, how's it going? But it's awesome to have those contacts and that collaboration and know those people. Outstanding group of people. I would definitely happy that I went.
Yeah, shameless plug there, but I think you hit on some key things there about how quickly by going to some of these car wash events you can really expand your network in meaningful ways.
Absolutely. I'm sure I'll get emails from half of them making fun of me as soon as this is over.
And that's how you know you made a good friend.
I would expect that.
Awesome. Hey, Isaac, thank you so much for spending the time with us today. I really appreciate you taking this opportunity with me to tell your story, and I'm looking forward to more great things out of you all.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
A fantastic story there, and we're looking forward to sharing more great stories in the future. If you want to see more great stories, you can check out previous episodes at carwashmagazine.com. And while you're there, don't forget to check out Car Wash, the podcast. Thank you again for all that you bring to this amazing thing we call the car wash industry, and for truly making this industry about more than washing cars. When you're out there this weekend, keep it clean.